Hey everyone, it's me, C. Welcome back to another video. Before we get started, as usual, if you like my content and want to see more, feel free to subscribe. We are currently now on the road to 200 subs, and I'd totally love to see if we could get to 200 before the game's 3rd anniversary comes out in late September. Also, check out my social media links in the description below. This includes my Twitter and a Discord server, so come join us. Anyways, now with all that out of the way, you might be wondering, hey C, what are we doing here today? So today, I wanted to take a look at the Spark Pool for the 1000-day celebration showcase. As you all know, this banner has limited seasonal units that are coming back for a short amount of time. As of the time of me recording this, the beta is still live for 2 more days, so we don't exactly know the kits of the characters that are going to be featured in the gala. So, a lot of this will be my speculations for a few things, but other than that, everything is going to be current information. So I want to just put up a disclaimer before people come watch this later and bash me in the comments saying, oh, I got someone's kit wrong when we had no idea what their kits were when I made this video. Also, I do apologize. I literally woke up not too long ago, so you're going to be hearing stuffy-nosed C because I get sinuses a lot. Anyways, let's talk about sparking. So, here's the thing about sparking. Since the next banner is a gala, some people are most likely going to feel it is better to save because there might be a character or two on the next gala that are fan favorites, and if those are your favorite characters, say Leonidas or Shell, for example, then save your currency if you want to go for them. Or, there is a very special theoretical case. If, say, one of them is light and has a dispel, I would say ignore this banner and go in on the other banner after this. Because, well, dispel is very rare in light. At the time of me recording this, we only have 2 characters that can dispel in light, and that is Story Luca if you mana spiral him, and Rizarda. Yes, I'm dead serious. So, if you are wanting a dispel in light, then you may want to wait till the very last day to make your call, which is what I think a lot of people might be doing. So, we'll see. Anyways, with my little disclaimer stuff out of the way, let's talk about all the characters. So, I will be going down this list and giving a small blurb about everybody. I'm not going to go too in-depth. So, first off on the list, we have Nobunaga. Nobunaga is a great dispeller that is commonly seen in Jaldi. If you are having trouble with Jaldi, she is a great pickup. Plus, she has a very good co-ability and chain co-ability in strength and combo time. So, if you're looking for that, she's also a good reason to pick her up, but I highly suggest not going for a character just because of their chain and because of their co-abilities and stuff like that, because it feels like a waste of your time unless, say, you were adamant on that or you literally don't have anything else to spark for. So I'd say Nobunaga is a very solid choice, especially if you're doing Jaldi and you need a secondary dispeller or a dispeller of some kind to help you with Jaldi's buffs. I don't know why my phone did that for a second, my bad. Halloween Mim. Halloween Mim is mostly a supporter. She's not necessarily as great. She's possibly the worst out of the 3 Mim ults. I'm sorry, Mim fans, but I'm looking at this through a analytical eye. She does have a few nice things, like a defense down and stuff like that. But nowadays, there's other characters that could just do her job better. Plus, we have Xiao Jing's skill, we have Mine's skill. So, I wouldn't suggest getting her unless you were like a really, really big fan of Mim. Seimei, oh boy, I'm not gonna be biased on this one because everybody knows I love Seimei. He's one of my favorite characters, even though he fucking cucked me in my 100 free pulls, but we'll ignore that, So Seimei is also a very nice option for Jaldi. He is very, very unique in his kit. I talk about his kit more in depth in my Seimei showcase, which I will leave a link to in the description if you want to check that out. It's a funny video. It's funny. So if you want a comedy, there you go. But Seimei's shared skill is very, very good. It will dispel, reduce defense, and I think it also Scorch Rinse. I might be wrong on that, but his shared skill is a very, very good option, and he is also a relatively decent AI character, so if you don't want to play as him, which I completely understand, he's a very complex character in how he works. He will do just fine on his own. Just know a lot of people have been asking me this. His 4-strike is not an integral part to his kit. It feels like something they added on top of his kit. You know, like the cherry on top of a sundae. It doesn't make or break his kit. It's not like a character like Linnea, who mostly focuses on 4-striking. This is completely different. So I would say Seimei is a great option. Plus, I swear to God, I would have hit myself if I forgot this. If you do not own Mega Man, which I know a good percentage of people do not own him, Seimei has the same co-ability as Mega Man. So if you wanted this co-ability, this is your chance to pick it up if you haven't already. Plus the combo equals buff skill time is always really nice, so that is just a little added bonus. But if you really, really want to go burr, you need this co-ability. It is so good. But yes, Seimei is another solid pick, especially for Jaldi. Plus his shared skill and his co-ability are highly sought after. Let's get into water. Halloween Akasha, I talked about her. I also talked about her in the past, and I know somebody's going to hate me to say this. I'm really sorry. Halloween Akasha is just kind of mediocre, especially now since the best water blade in the game is Gullah, which outshines her in a lot of ways, even though their kits are very different from another. But with Summer Iosu now existing, which I will talk about him soon enough. I will talk about him soon enough. Do not worry about that. She might get a bit more use, say, on a bleed team, because now we have more options in terms of bleed and water. So that is a possibility. But I would just mostly say Akasha is more of a favorites pick if you like her. That's generally my consensus. Like, she's a nice character. I liked her when I played her for my showcase. It's just, she's not exactly the best thing around, is what I'm trying to get at. Dragoneal Cleo. So, Dragoneal Cleo did get a spiral, like, back, way back. I don't know when. I know, like, Christmas, like, 2 years ago, maybe? I don't remember. Maybe a year ago, I don't remember. My bad. So, Dragoneal Cleo's kit is really nice, because on her spiral, she has a better chance of freezing, which is nice. But people still prefer Lily's over hers in terms of freezing, because it's just more consistent in that regard. So Gala Cleo is gonna be one of those favorites picks again for me. So if you like her, then go for her. Or if you really care about her co ability and chain co ability, which is a really nice combination, I recommended this for Gala Mascula in that video. So say if you're trying to build like some super cool optimal backline for Gala Mascula and co-op play, then she is your ticket for that. But I wouldn't really suggest doing that. I hate doing that personally. That is just my opinion. Plus, on top of that, I did not mean to back out. Plus, on top of that, Dragoneal Cleo's kit is kind of bonked by Nihility in some aspects. So, it's not exactly the best thing around because of Nihility, but she does perfectly fine in Agito content if you're in that phase. But I will be looking at this through a Dominion mindset because that is our current meta right now. Dragoneal Lily. I know a lot of people were targeting her. A lot of people were targeting her because of over damage, which is off her S1. Over damage is really nice for Sinister Dominion. And you might be asking, see, what is over damage? So over damage is basically, well, it's also a healing skill. So on top of a heal, you get a buff that is basically your over damage. So for every hit you do an extra hit that's like half. That's like half the amount of damage that you did off the base attack, which is really nice, and it does stack up, and over damage is fucking busted on characters that have high combo counts. So if you want to do some crazy strats with over damage, then yeah, use a combo character. But I will say about Dragoneal Lily, her over damage is kind of losing its value because more and more characters are able to get over damage now. Plus, Yukata Cassandra has a spiral, and so does Summer Verica, and those over damage skills are more valuable right now than, say, Lily's. But if you are really in desperate need for over damage, don't worry, Dragoneal Lily is still a great option for it. Just know her shared skill is a bit slower than, say, Yukata Cassandra's. Just keep that in mind so you won't be popping out over damage as much as you'd want to with Lily. And she's also been used in L-Twin, so if you've been struggling with L-Twin, she can be used there. Just know Lily does not have 2 healing skills, so she isn't going to be popping out consistent healing as, say, Nurse Aileen, another water healer that is like the best right now because of her spiral. So just keep that in mind, but she can still get the job done. And plus, if you like Lily, go for her. I always gotta mention that. Yoshi Sune. Ooh, this is a weird one for me because back when she came out, I thought she was gonna be like busted out the ass because she had some crazy combo stuff. She's okay. She's alright. Or, you know, I should just call her Yoshi Titties. Because that's a joke I have with a friend of mine. So, I'm not going to call her Yoshi Titties the entire fucking time I'm talking about her. But she just doesn't have enough, I say, to make her viable enough for Dominion. Definitely, you could try and make her work. I just feel she needs something more to make her stand out. That's just how I'm feeling on her. Because she's just kind of there. Like, she's a great option, say, if you like her. Or, you know, you like a certain thing about her. Yeah, I'm calling you all simps out. Yep, I'm calling you simps out. But I would just say if you care about, meta and all that, there are better options out there. Like, Lapis exists, for God's sakes. Lapis exists, for God's sakes. So, you know, do as you want, but I will just say there are just better options. Valentines Melody. I love Melody, but I'm not going to, like, put my bias on for her. She only really works in poison teams, which is kind of shifting away right now in the current meta because we're starting to go towards Stormlash and Wind. So she's losing some of that utility. But there is one thing that keeps her going, which I did forget to mention with Halloween Mim. Both her and Halloween Mim have this critical damage. You see me use this so many fucking times in my showcases. If you want critical damage, like as a backline thing, get it. This is your best chance to get it. This is like the one thing I would say you should summon Valentines Melody for. This is so good. And I just want more people to have access to this, especially since, you know, like 25% of my kits for my showcases include this. So that's fun. Halloween Melsa. Oh god, I'm gonna sneeze. I might sneeze, so I'm sorry if I do sneeze. Like I said in my video talking about the Halloween characters, she's absolutely garbage. She's absolutely garbage. But there is one thing I would say that could save her from being absolute dog shit. Her shared skill, which reduces poison, which is really nice because in Master Sura, if you're trying a certain strategy, like a poison strategy, this is beyond essential. You need this in order to get your poison strat off. That's just a fair warning from me. But also Formal Noelle exists and she also has a reduced poison. So if you have Formal Noelle, Halloween Melsa isn't really something you should pick up unless you know you really like the bunny. So that's how I feel. Valentines Chelsea. Oh boy. Oh boy. Valentines Chelsea's fucking busted if you know how to play her. She is crazy with her damage. She will fucking hit like a truck when she gets going. However, she is so squishy. She needs to survive the first 3 minutes of a match in order to get to that point where she will just crank out those massive hits like you want her to. So that's why I say this one is more for the experts in this case. So I would not recommend beginner players try to play her if you're still learning mechanics of fights, because her kit is very complicated. So that's not going to be easy for a new time player to get the grasp of. But if you do want to future-proof yourself, she's a great way to do so. Because let's just face it, she's going to be fucking busted. And she's going to keep being this way for quite some time. So if you want to stay on top of things, go for Chelsea. Honestly, depending on the gala, I might be going for Chelsea. So we'll see how that goes eventually. So, maybe video tomorrow. I don't know. Depends. Mitsuhide. Mitsuhide is meta in Lilith. Let me just say that out front. She is a great attacker, and she is just bonk. She can do bonk. It's really funny and cute, but silly shit aside, she is a great paralysis character. So, if you want someone that is good with doing paralysis on enemies, she is your ticket to that. She is also a very great DPS, like I said, so if you are struggling with Lilith, she is going to be a great option for your team. Melora. She's okay. She has some reduced defense stuff, which is kind of nice. But again, as I said before, we've had Xiao Wujing's shared skill. So Melora isn't as valuable unless, say, you really like her for some reason. I really don't, so I can't speak for the Melora fans out there. Sorry, I bashed your character again. God, my hot takes, man. But she does have a few neat things up her sleeve, so that could be enticing for you. My bad. I apologize. I couldn't help that. I knew I was gonna sneeze. So I apologize for that. But yeah, Melora is one of those if you like her picks, in my opinion. Halloween Elisan. Holy shit, she has a history. But I'm not gonna go into that. But let's just say she has a history. But now in the current meta, she is actually kind of decent as like a little bit of a secondary DPS and also a little bit of support, because Skill Shift is now able to activate during Curse of Nihility, which lets her do a few more things. But however, just remember that her Vampire Maiden is still kind of bonked by Nihility. So just keep that in mind still. So you won't be getting that, but I would say if you're kind of low on options and you need something, Halloween Elisan is still a great option for Lilith. I've seen people clear Lilith with her, so it can be done. Now let's get into Shadow. Iosu. Iosu was once meta long ago during year 1 of the game, and then Shadow just got incredibly busted and he just got overshadowed by many other characters, some of which you may know, like Belina, Grace, and Galacleo. So Iosu nowadays is relegated to just his co-ability and chain co-ability. Say if you have Alberius and you want to make his backline as good as possible, Iosu's gonna help you with that. Like, cause I know some people were bitching at a friend of mine for not having Iosu. So if you really want something that will help your Alberius shine more, Iosu's gonna do that for you. Dragoneal Victor. This is a character I do not know much about. I know he's about buff zones and he has a dispel skill that I've seen used a few times. But with the current meta, buff zones are kind of dead. So he does lose a part of his kit, but I would say his shared skill is kind of nice if you'd like a dispel. So in that case, that would be cool if you need a dispel. I don't know how fast it is, but I would say Lapis or Galanots are still better for dispelling over his, but don't worry, I have seen it. But again, this is more like a do you like this character kind of thing. Valentines Attis, no. Please God, no. He's not good. He is Amity. Yeah. There's just better Amity units out there like Belina. Yeah, he's not good. He's not very good. So, please don't go for him unless you absolutely positively like him. He's not a character I'd suggest going for, to be perfectly honest. Now we're into the 4 stars. I'm going to talk about a few of these, and then we're going to be moving on to the dragons. Halloween Lowen. You've heard me talk about this man several times, but he is the best healer in Flame. If you do not own him, at least try and go for him. At least try to summon for him. If you do get him while going for a spark, then you can go and stop there. Like, this man will help you so much in Flame content. It's not even funny. Plus, his shared skill is really good, so, you know, 2 for 1 right there. So, I really don't like people sparking for 4 stars, but if you absolutely positively have to do it, if your luck gets that bad when going for Halloween Lowen, go for it by all means. This man will help you out a ton. Dragoneal Zanfried, or as the community calls him, Zander, is also another great option. He is a supporting character that can help with dragon ramping. And he's really good. He rivals Templar Hope in a lot of situations. So if you don't have Templar Hope, but you still want a support character for, say, your win team, Dragoneal Victor can fill that role well. So say you do not have Templar Hope, he can fill that role very well. Is there anybody else? No. Okay, let's talk about dragons. This one's gonna be so much shorter. Gozateno. I have a history with this guy, but I won't let you dissuade. I won't let that dissuade that. Gozateno is a very good dragon. He is very, very good on Leonidas. Say you don't have Reborn Agni, this guy is really good. Plus, he has Flame Res down, so think of him like a Flame Midgard Stormer 0. That's how I see him. So if you don't have him, pick him up. He's a great option. Halloween Meridian is also a great option, say if you are running a support character or a healer. So he is basically the HP skill haste dragon of water. So if you do not have him, he can also be a great option for you to go for. Dragalia Jean, I don't really have much to say about her. She was good like way back in the day, but now she's just lost it. But I guess if you want to use her, she's good on AI. Daikokuten is one of the best light dragons in the game. He is one of the top 3, along with Reborn Jean and Thor. He is really good in Dominion. Yes, his buff zone gets thrown out the window, but he's still very, very good. It can do a lot of damage. So if you're looking for something to help your light team, say you don't have Reborn Jean or Thor, then Daikokuten can fill that role for you very, very well. And, well, he's a rat. Y'all know how I feel about rats. I'm just too tired to do the voice. I'm sorry if you wanted to hear the voice. But that's pretty much it in terms of characters. I think you should spark and you shouldn't spark. So if you're planning on summoning tomorrow, or today, whatever, good luck. I wish you the best of luck on your journey to get whoever you want from this banner. This banner is still very high value, so if you are missing a crucial seasonal character, then this is your chance to go for them. So do not pass this up, because we do not know when these guys are coming back. So do not pass this up if you can. If you are more free to play or you're trying to save for anniversary, go ahead. I would say the cutoff for starting to save for anniversary is with this upcoming gala. So you can either summon on this upcoming gala or save on this gala. Either or, I will just advise you, start saving up for anniversary after this if you are going in for the spark. But I do hope all of my information was useful to all of you. And of course, if I do fuck up something, correct me in the comments, please. And thank you. I appreciate it, because sometimes I just ramble. Anyways, with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.